Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delphine and we are now at the end of the month of April, beginning of May, and it is time for my April favorites, fashion, hobbies, side activities, everything a bit that I've particularly enjoyed this month. So there are some books, there are some video games, some TV shows, and of course also some fashion. I'm gonna start with the fashion. There's things I've loved, and there's also one thing I've been extremely disappointed, and I would like, I don't know, your opinion on it, maybe recommendation and these kind of things. So yeah, let's get started. First things first, my favorites of this month, if you've seen my vlog, you probably, in terms of clothing, you probably are gonna expect this one, because I think I wore it a lot, yeah. It's this pullover. It's from Cézanne. I purchased it not that long ago. I think it's been 2 months maybe that I have it. I think, yeah, I bought it in February. And I love it since. It's just perfect. The length is perfect. It goes with everything. It's right. It's just perfect everyday kind of pullover when I want to look good, put together, but I don't want to bother too much either. So I've been wearing it when traveling. I've been wearing it when going around with the kids. I've been wearing it when meeting with friends. Yeah, and I've been washing it a lot. I always, for these kind of things, use delicate cycle and so on, and let them dry flat. And yeah, it's been holding its shape perfectly also, so I'm very happy with it. I have no quality issue to report, although there's been, as I said, some intensive wearing of it. So far it looks great, so I'm extremely happy about this purchase, and I'm happy I wore it as much as I could before the warmer days come. But I think even in the summer, it will be a nice one for the morning when it's still a bit cool, or the afternoon, you know, and then the rest of the day you just throw it on your shoulder or you put it in your bag or whatever. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. Second favorite, it's actually two different things. One thing is, I've probably seen it quite a lot also in the last video. It's this necklace I got end of March for my birthday. It's a gift from family members. I don't have a brand or anything, unfortunately. It's from a small shop. It's not from a branded luxury brand or anything like that. And I just love it. My older one with the letters is currently being repaired. So that's why I'm also very happy to have kind of a replacement. And I think because of this necklace that I've also been wearing so much, I've been loving these earrings. I don't know if you can see them good. I can take one out to show you. I have these in-ears so that you can have maybe better sound. Yeah, these little earrings. They are from Cézanne too. I purchased them, I think, last year, probably, I think it was autumn or something like that. And I love them, and I think it's because, you know, there's this little dangling thing, and this one has this little dangling thing too. So I kind of like it, and I like also when I have necklaces. Oh, I will put it back later, and things like that. To also not always have big earrings. It depends what I'm wearing. So I like these ones because, yeah, they are small but still present, and they match good with the necklace. So yeah, I'm very happy about these little Cézanne earrings. And again, so I've not worn them under the shower or these kind of things, but they've been also holding perfectly. There's been no discoloration or anything happening. They look great. So quality is also very good. And now I'm gonna move on to, I would say, my disappointment. And I don't know if I got unlucky or if it's a general trend. It's Levi's jeans. So I bought, I think it was end of last year, so less than 6 months ago, basically, several jeans. Let me think. So I bought, I think, 4 or 5. I had not many more, and also, well, my weight and my body shape has been changing quite a lot after giving birth to a daughter too. So no, I think it was probably in autumn. So she was maybe just a few months old. I was starting to fit again in normal pants and everything, and so I purchased some new jeans. And I don't know, I feel like, for example, this one is a Levi's, is a 501 jean, and the quality, I've been extremely disappointed with kind of all of them. First, all my jeans, so I had maybe 5 of them, and I think, yeah, they all except one, the one I'm actually wearing today, got a hole at the knee. I can understand that. Small kids, I spend a lot of my time having 1 or 2 knees on the ground because I go to their height to help them do something, help them put something, or when they're sad or when they have questions, I often go down to the level, and so it means I often put also a knee on the ground. So, okay, this one I can understand. I have kids and everything. But what I don't get is, look, in the back, it did also, I did these holes. I repaired them once and they came back. And also generally everywhere, like look at the bottom, look at how used it looks like. And I'm not wearing them this much because I have a lot of jeans. When I go to work, I also wear other pants. I don't wear jeans. So I maybe wear them 3 days a week. And I have other jeans. It's not always this one. And this one is the worst of them all. I have another 501, but also maybe because it's a lighter color, you see it less. This one I have since longer. It has also the huge holes there. Keep wearing it. I'm like, well, it's a vibe, whatever. I don't care. I keep wearing it because, again, if I buy a new one, basically 2 weeks later, I will wear it 2 or 3 times and there will be a hole at the knees. So I don't know if it's a problem with Levi's, that the quality has decreased. If it's an issue with the fact that, yeah, well, I put my knee a lot on the ground, so it will happen with all kind of jeans and it makes no sense. Or if I should look for another jean brand, I have not much idea. I've been using Levi's since kind of forever. When I had less money at the time, I used the one from H&M. The quality was even worse. I remember I had to change all the time because they were getting damaged very, very quickly. With me, what often also happens is that they will get damaged here in between the leg with the rubbing. And the ones from H&M, it was terrible. But this one, you can see, like, if the rubbing here, which will normally show in my case that use of the jean, tastes like nothing. It's all the finish. Look at here, also the other side. It's all these little finishes everywhere around. Look at here in the front. It looks like this jean is, I don't know, a decade old or whatever. And I think I've worn it maybe 15 times, 20 times maybe, not much more. And so I have no words. My other normal jeans, the other one, I think it's a 724. I take the other style, which is not the 501. I have less of an issue there. I have the knee problem with the knee, but I don't know if it's typically Levi's. But there's a 501. I have no clue. And I would like to know, I don't know, do you have similar issues also with your Levi's jeans? Or did I get unlucky? Or did they do change? Oh, wait, you're falling. Or did they change something really? Or what's going on? I'm extremely disappointed. And yeah, if you have recommendation for brands, for jeans or anything, then just don't hesitate. As long as I'm asking you for recommendations, I was talking about earrings before. I have quite a lot of earrings and I have a box to store them. And it's not very convenient. I always end up losing so much time looking for them through it. It looks kind of like a mess. If you have any good organizing system, whatever recommendation from Amazon, wherever, which is very good for storing your earrings, seeing them well, does not take huge amount of space. I know I've seen, for example, some people have a full drawer in their wardrobe with a little. I don't have the space for that. I need something a bit more, that's not that big, and that I can also carry around, and that doesn't have to be integrated in a furniture, but that I can put on it or something like that. I don't know. If you have any recommendation, don't hesitate because I need to find a solution. It starts to really annoy me a lot. Okay, now that's it for fashion and everything. Let's move on. Oh, also, that's it for fashion. We're gonna move on to books, and you're gonna see why. I mean, let's see about fashion. Because one of the books I finished is this one. It's so I will pronounce it French, because I have no idea how it's supposed to be pronounced English. So the chiffon. I mean, the French word is chiffon, trenches. From André Léon Talley, a memoir, and so he wrote it. He's unfortunately not with us anymore, and it was extremely interesting. It's very interesting. I find also it was interesting on so many levels. First, it was very easy to read, very nice to read. I loved the getting back in time in the 80s, 90s fashion world, which was a different time. A lot of great designers at the time, Karl Lagerfeld and so on, were completely coming up, popping. It was their era. Andy Warhol, he met with Andy Warhol, spent time with Andy Warhol, worked with Andy Warhol. It's fascinating. I like this time travel, I think, aspect. I found also very interesting his view also on him as an African American at this time. Climbing the ladders of the fashion world, so this was very interesting, and also I found sometimes a bit funny, or I mean it's his memoir, so you can feel sometimes the emotions. I don't know, you can feel it's not completely being objective. Obviously, it's his opinion. It's the life he has had, and it's fascinating. And you can also see a bit of background because he's been very close to people like Karl Lagerfeld and so on, and so you can see also how his relation to him was, and you can learn about another aspect, another facet of these people. And I don't know, it was very interesting, very, very, very interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed reading it, and I can definitely recommend it. And I think it's a New York Times bestseller, is written here. I don't know what that means. I have a feeling it's written on a lot of books, so I don't know how valuable that actually is. I don't know, I'm not based in the US, so but if it's a great book. I can recommend it. And I finished also another book, which was also very easy to read, completely different because it's a police crimi. In German, they say crimi. It's a police case. How is it called? A thriller. It's right here. And it's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder from Holly Jackson. Also #1 New York Times bestseller. So again, I don't know. And it was so good. I love also this kind of books where you are sometimes along the line wondering, I think I got the murderer. I think that's something like that. And then, they're like, yeah, and so it could be that, and they basically destroy your idea, and you're like, and it's just so interesting because it keeps you on the edge, and you're like then figuring out new theories, and it was really good. I will just read you the thing in the back so that I'm sure I'm not giving you any spoiler. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sal Singh. It takes place in England. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa Fitz-Amobi isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as a topic for a final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? It was really a good one. Really good one. At the beginning, it took me a bit more time to get into it, but then especially at the end, I almost could not let go of it. It was like so good. I even at one point, my son wanted to read a book with me, and I was like, yeah, come, we're gonna read Mama's book. And I was just reading it out loud. He does not really understand English, so I was just reading it out loud to him. And there is also no explicit language or anything in it. But so yeah, it was very good. If you like thrillers and so on, I can definitely recommend it. And this makes for a perfect transition because I'm now gonna move to some video games I've been playing. And speaking about thriller, so I play a lot on the Switch. That's my playing thing because with the kids we have a big TV, but we actually have a lot of things in front, and I don't turn it on so much actually. And so I play a lot with the Switch. It's much more convenient. I can also take it around with me. But if I want, I can also play on the TV, so it's quite convenient. And so I love thrillers. Books, I'm a lot into classic books, memoirs, biography, personal development, thrillers. And I love, for thrillers, also some old school classic authors like Agatha Christie, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and so on. And speaking about Agatha Christie, I've read a lot of her series with Hercule Poirot, and there is actually video games about it. And one is about the books The ABC Murder. These are not her most famous books they picked, which I think was clever for the video games, because her most famous books have been adapted into movies, like The Murder of the Orient Express, or The One on the Nile in Egypt, where it was not that long ago with Gal Gadot in it. Anyway, so they've been adapted in movies, most people know them, so the video game, everybody will know what to look for and everything. So they took the ABC Murder, which was a book I really enjoyed, and there's another one, it's called The First Cases, and it's several cases, and you could buy both video games as a bundle, so this is what I did. And yeah, I don't know, I like them a lot. The good thing is the ABC Murder is one I read a long time ago, so I did not completely remember the plot. So it was very good, very nice, and yeah, I liked it. It's not my favorite kind of games. I like more games like Hogwarts Legacy I presented you last time, or the Zeldas, or this kind of game, or cooperative games like I presented you in my last month's favorites. But I still enjoyed them. You have to solve some puzzles, some quizzes. It's not too easy. It's not too hard, like you can solve them, you don't feel like you're struggling all the time, but it's also not that easy, and sometimes it's a bit like, I must admit once or twice I kind of cheated a bit and went online to check for the solution because I was stuck, and I did not want to spend days and days looking for it. But so yeah, it was really good games. I enjoyed them, and I think I can recommend them if you like this type of game. It's not my favorite type of games, but I still enjoyed them. And then what else? Then I'm gonna tell you a bit about some TV shows. This is gonna be more for French-speaking people. I don't know if they have been dubbed. Maybe you can look. They're available on YouTube. Some of the episodes are being put there, and otherwise, if you have access, there's this French channel which is called M6, like the letter M and then the number 6, and they have this 6 Play app where you can rewatch content. You just have to set your geographic location to France, and then because it's only available in France, and then you can watch the content because it's on free TV. This TV show, and it's Top Chef. It's called Top Chef. It's a cooking show, and it's a bit like. No, it's actually, I was going to say it's a bit like MasterChef, but at the same time it's absolutely not like MasterChef. In the sense that MasterChef is cook amateurs, everybody can participate, whereas Top Chef is reserved for professionals. It's people which are professional cooks. Some have their own restaurants, some are sous chefs or chefs in very well established restaurants, palace, hotels around the world. They have finished, they have experience, they're professional cooks, which brings the level somewhere else. And the idea is they are grouped. It depends on the seasons, but there is this current season, there's 2 groups, for example, and they are coached by a number of chefs. Each of them, like really recognized chefs. They have 3-star, 4-star, 5 stars, chefs. And they're together, and then they compete against each other every time, different topic, different stream, different everything, and at the end the idea there's one in each side remaining. When there's an unbalance happening, then someone might have to transfer from a team to another. This happens sometimes, and then at the end there's one in each team, and they compete, and there's a grand finale, and so on and so on and so on. And and the winner wins a lot of prizes. I don't remember, I think it's €100,000, a cookbook. And also, generally speaking, I think just participating in the show and going far, it launches your career. Some of the previous people that were in the show now have several Michelin stars, have their own restaurant, have their own cook shows, it really launches you also on another level, even independently from the money or anything else. And it's really fascinating because it's professionals, and it's amazing to see them work. It's amazing to see what they combine, the kind of techniques they have, and it's just crazy. So I really like the show. And also the chefs are funny, they're always making jokes around, and you have a lot of strong personalities. They are very creative people, and so it's really, really, really nice to watch. And the other show I watched also, which is kind of linked to this one, is called Objectif Top Chef. So Objectif Top Chef, yeah. and it's one of the chefs from the main show, which runs this other show, which happens before Top Chef, and they open it to amateurs and also still cooking students, the ones which are still studying, which just finished their studies but are not yet really full professionals, and so on. And so there's this competition, one of them will win, and the winner gets a spot in the main Top Chef show, whereas normally this person will not be allowed to actually apply for Top Chef because they're not officially a professional cook. And so I also really like this because it's younger people. It's also very interesting because you see amateurs versus they're learning, they're apprentice, they're learning to be cooks, and you can see the difference, but you can also see that some amateurs have such a level, and it's really, 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 really good. So I've been enjoying a lot the two shows, and then I enjoy to see also the winner of Objective Top Chef go in the main competition and see him compared to these also professional cooks. It's really, really nice. So if you understand French, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's dubbed, or maybe there's also a similar one in your country, I don't know, it's probably not just a French thing. I guess it's a lot of these kind of shows are being everywhere around the same. So yeah, I enjoy this a lot. I also like to watch cooking shows. This is the kind of TV things I like to watch. And yeah, that's about it for now, for this month. And I think this is already long enough. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the month of May. I have several books I'm looking forward to read. I started watching actually yesterday the first episode of a new TV show, which I liked. So I think I'm gonna be watching that in May, and I cannot wait to tell you more about all of it. And yeah, have a lovely day, guys. Don't hesitate to tell me also what your favorite are. I will leave here in a video in case you have not seen it yet. And if you enjoyed this one and you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can gladly do so by clicking here. And then I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.